2020 ushered in unprecedented times and enormous challenges. As the country began to battle the pandemic, and our communities began to suffer severely from the impact of COVID-19, we did what we do best: we took action. The sudden closure of many colleges and universities at the onset of the pandemic presented an immediate challenge to students having to unexpectedly return home. In partnership with UNCF, Ford Motor Company Fund established an emergency fund for students at HBCUs needing travel assistance, impacting nearly 400 students. Accompanying statistic, Ford Fund's Emergency Travel Fund provided $100,000 in financial assistance to help almost 400 HBCU students get home when colleges closed suddenly in the spring. We doubled down in the fall to provide another $100,000 to help students with needs that included technology and food. $500 grants to HBCU students in partnership with the United Negro College Fund. $15,000 total funds expended to date and continuing through 2021 school year. Illustration of students on campuses across the country. Ford Fund awards Morgan State University's Food Resource and expanded Shuttle for Healthy Living year-round Freshly program with a $25,000 grant. Talladega College is awarded $10,000 to produce raised sidewalks with truncated domes that assist the visually impaired. Small Business Assistance (ECAP) Emergency Capital Access Program, $600,000 in grants to Black business owners negatively affected by COVID-19. To date, over $317,500 of funding disbursed to 89 AA-owned small businesses in need of emergency capital. In one of the first cities affected by COVID-19, the Ford Men of Courage Tacoma Barbershop Challenge awarded 2 finalists in a competition based on their implementation of community initiatives that educate and reinforce positive narratives around African American men. UN Ambassador Andrew Young, Men of Courage, Virtual Leadership Forum keynote speaker. Community leaders. Ford Fund awards Los Angeles-based A New Way of Life Reentry Project with $25,000 grant towards services for formerly incarcerated women and their children. Beans Cafe, creators of the Anchorage, Alaska-based Children's Lunchbox, awarded $10,000 grant for weekend lunch program for children and their parents. Heroes of COVID-19 Awards recognize 10 ordinary Americans doing extraordinary things for the African American community during the pandemic, awarding each winner with $1,000. Ford Fund created the Game Changer Award to recognize an outstanding 501c3 organization going above and beyond to further the narrative regarding African American males and their impact on the community. Mask distribution. Ford and Ford Fund have distributed nearly 40 million masks to nonprofits, schools, and other at-risk groups around the U.S. Ford Fund supports Detroit Area Agency on Aging's Holiday Meals on Wheels programs, delivering 5,000 Thanksgiving meals and 60,000 masks to homebound seniors. Ford Resource and Engagement Centers have adapted food distributions to drive-through food pantries with COVID-19 safety measures. We, at the Ford Fund, are not here to be on trend or to offer hollow words. We demonstrate our support for the Black community every day through action, and we will continue to do so.